Hello YouTube. Recently I did purchase cheap John Deere lawn tractor, this one from Facebook Marketplace. I did purchase it for $300 and it, as the previous owner told me, it got few issues. The first issue was it didn't drive onto the hill, so it's kind of transmission was slipping or something. Another issue was there's the problem with the deck. And third issue I found is the front wheels. They kind of looks to the different sides, like let's say left wheel looks more to the left and the right wheel looks more to the right, so I'm gonna need to do the alignment kinda. And in regards to the issue when the tractor didn't pull up to the hill, I found it was the loose drive belt, and the drive belt was in a really bad condition, and part of it was because this tension pulley kind of locked itself, or so you can see how the belt actually how to say, cut through the pulley. So so what I did replace this pulley, I did replace the belt, so I put a brand new original pulley, brand new original belt. Now the tractor goes up to the hill without a problem, and it's got the tension onto the belt. And in regards to the deck, the metal on for the left, this spindle or hub, it's rotten. So as the experiment, I did purchase the welder, I did purchase some sheet metal. I did never weld before, so I will cut out this part. I'm gonna weld or try to weld the new sheet metal in place, and we'll see how it goes. Besides this problem, I know I need to replace two bearings for the I guess for one of the shafts. Looks like those pulleys are somewhat in okay condition. It's could be worse, let's say. I mean, everything is fine, but that's the main problem for this deck. So it's another day, or actually another week, with our project for John Deere deck repair. So before I go ahead, I'm gonna let you know that if I would be smarter, I would do my research before I cut this thing out of the deck, to find out that there is a kit you can purchase online which is actually designed to fix the problem, like with this cracked metal or so. And you can see it online right now. I mean, you can see it on the screen right now. But since I gone too far, this kit won't help me anymore. So I did a little research later on, and I found out that I cannot get the metal thick or the same thickness as this piece I cut off. So like Home Depot or Lowe's, they sell like sheet metal which is like half thickness of that metal plate. But what I decided to do, so I did purchase this plate. I'm gonna cut two pieces. I'm gonna glue them together. I purchased some construction adhesive. I'm gonna cut them to size to fit into that hole, and I'm gonna try to weld it in place. And I just purchased this welder from Amazon, and it was like probably one of the cheapest welders available. It's a stick welder. I purchased a few electrodes for it, so you guys gonna be witnesses of my miserable fail. So I'm gonna mark it like a little more than it actually is, and just to have some extra material I can trim. It's gonna be better than if I'm gonna lack some. Alright, I got two kinda similar looking circles, so my next step is gonna be to kind of degrease it, to clean it a little bit, and I'm gonna sandwich them together with this glue. I'm not sure if it's gonna help much or not, but my idea is I don't want to have a lot of space between them, because the moisture gonna come in like from condensation or whatever, and it's gonna start to corrode like no matter what. I just want to try to minimize this corrosion process, and maybe it's gonna add some rigidity, maybe, I don't know, I'm not a professional. Alright, I had a little change of plans, so I did fine trim both pieces in the deck just to make sure they fits perfectly, and then I just glue them, and I hope those like 45 clamps gonna be enough to, you know, hold it in place, and you know, so they bond together properly. And while this thing is drying, I'm gonna start with the second project I have, and this is the tractor itself. Okay, this is where we're at right now. I did cut those three little pieces as like a plates to support the, you know, the big plate when I'm gonna put it here, so I can weld from the top. So that's my first mega weld experience. First experience in welding. It's holding up so far. It won't take any load except the weight of this circle. So as you remember, I did glue together from two pieces, and I cut it to shape, and it lies down perfectly. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I just placed this plate on those like three supports, and it's pretty much fits perfectly. It doesn't wiggle at all. It's came out to be a little more thick than the deck is, but I think this is not an issue. The only issue I think possibly could be is that I purchased the thinnest possible rods for welding. I don't know why, and I don't know, to be honest, if it's gonna be enough to you know, to stick weld that thing, but we'll give it a try. Okay, the progress so far looks like this. If you guys can advise like how to improve, you know, the welding, I would greatly appreciate it. But I guess, I mean, something is happening. Alright, this is another day. I am ready to drill 3-inch hole to accommodate the, you know, spindle as a next step of our miserable deck recovery. So let's see how it goes. TX. Now what's left is to drill 4 holes to accommodate this spindle. And now we're finishing with a John Deere yellow color. It's really very similar, if not the same, as original yellow color for John Deere. And I sprayed the deck just a bit, and it really looks like original JD color. This deck was, I guess, kind of painted previously by the previous owners, just without any preparation, layers of paint. So I'm not gonna be too worried about the aesthetic finish, but I mean, it looks pretty good comparing how it looked before. So we're gonna wait until it's dry and we'll attach the spindles and we'll see if it works or not. Alright, this is how the final product looks like. I did grease the spindles using those Zork fittings, all 3 of them, just making sure it spins freely. So the next step, I'm gonna try to attach it back to the tractor, and we're gonna do the test run, making sure it's just not gonna fall off right away. Alright, I already did the test run, but to show you guys how it works, are straight now. Very easy to drive. So it steers now absolutely wonderful after we did adjust the linkage. Works properly, works good. That thing is holding on good so far. The time will tell. The time will tell if it's gonna hold up, you know, or for how long time it's gonna hold up. I'm gonna put those covers, but I mean, Previously, 300 bucks tractor works perfectly for the money. I'm gonna let you know how much I did invest in parts and tools to get it fixed. Probably I'm going to straighten this thing just a bit. It should be straight. So that's gonna pretty much wrap up the video, except the cost for the repair. Take care, guys. Okay, that's the pattern of what the tractor leaves behind, and you can see that the cuts are pretty even, so I don't think I'm gonna need to make an adjustment on the blades. How they compares to each other, and so far I am happy with the result.